Did it.
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off play action. Jones. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
He was looking for Rashad Bateman there.
That'll bring up 2nd down. He's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now Jones.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
And only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jerome Baker able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have it.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Next to the score, Patriots 7, Dolphins 0.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 22, Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to pass. Tua. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The lightning rod. J.J. Watt with a sack. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll run. This is Cannon. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get that out to the flat to White. Touchdown! James White from 19
yards away. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point safely through, and that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua on the move to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
He'll get that to the rookie from Minnesota, Rashad Bateman.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On play action, here's Tua. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Throwing Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa to a hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Check 37, check 37. Got double time. Here we go.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Back to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 1st down, Tagovailoa steps away to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua steps away. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker Kyle Van Noy. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. Going up top. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the Patriots' 25-yard line.
Here's Tua. He'll buy some time right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Tua sets up to pass it. Flush to his right.
Throwing to the sideline, he finds Fuller.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll run with Dobbins, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down.
Now Tua. Flushed out right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start on the ground with Cannon. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 40 now on second down, Jones. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
This is White on the screen. And some room to run now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Damian Harris, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. to throw again. Jones eluding the pressure right. That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots. Nelson Aguilar there to make the grab. And the Patriots open the lead up to 34-0. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Tua going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Tua on fourth down. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Tua now on first down. He sets to fire deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
We saw Tua Tagovailoa hit on some big ones in his college days to Henry Ruggs and Jerry Jeudy. And that left arm, pretty underrated in terms of strength.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
They'll run on first down with Cannon. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake, Jones. And caught by Henry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Off play action. Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Jones. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Damian Harris taking it in from a yard out.
And the Patriots are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we have a guy who made the catch. They try to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Tua. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. Fresno. Check three.
From the gun, Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And pardon me, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Extra point attempt here still to come. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Patriots 49, Dolphins 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Here's Jones on 3rd and 2. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. To throw again on second down.
Tua. And that's into the hands of Gesicki.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 2nd and 10.
Tua setting up shop to throw again.
Dobbins with it.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He's going to look deep for more.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Tua to throw again. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New England, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Miami, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel like envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. Hey, hey, I'm ready for more.